Good morning. This is a story time about how I showed up to do makeup for a wedding and the bridesmaids were already tipsy. My name is Shelby. I've been a bridal makeup artist for 7 years, and periodically I share these little story times about things that have happened to me while I've been doing bridal makeup. And today's story is about a bridal party that was about 7 mimosas deep when I got there. If you're in the wedding industry as a makeup artist or a hairstylist, I'm sure that at some point you've been offered a mimosa or a glass of champagne, some sort of alcoholic beverage while you're on the job. That happens to me quite often, honestly, and I don't drink, so I turn it down anyway, but also I'm working, so I'm not going to drink while I'm working. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel, by the way, in the shade Star Glow. So this wedding was pretty local to me. I showed up, to set up and get things started for doing bridal makeup. I don't remember the exact head count, but I do know that when I got there, there was somebody new who wasn't originally supposed to be a part of the bridal party getting makeup done that wanted to get their makeup done, which is totally fine. If I have time, I don't ever really mind making more money. Something else that I noticed though when I got there and started getting set up is that these girls were a little lit, but I understand having a little drink before walking down the aisle. It's nerve-wracking. Everybody's anxious. We're trying to get the anxiety levels a little bit lower, but these girls were throwing them back. Honestly, I thought it was kind of funny that they were getting super intoxicated. Not super intoxicated, but at some point they were not able to stand up straight. They were falling over a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is kind of concerning because how are y'all gonna walk down the aisle? But I thought it was kind of funny at first. They're just drunk people are pretty funny. And then I started to notice that the bride was getting a little anxious. I could just feel her anxiety, her watching everybody from where she was sitting, and I could just see it. I could just tell that she was getting really anxious. I never take it upon myself either as a makeup artist or as, these are grown adults to tell people that they need to stop drinking, or that's not my business. It's not my place. It's not my business. I'm not going to say anything, but my job is to keep the bride calm, cool, collected, excited, happy to walk down the aisle. That's what I tried to do. So when it was her turn to sit in the chair, I tried to talk about things that didn't have anything to do with the current wedding day or, the bridesmaids or the drinking or anything like that, because I wanted to get her mind off of that and hopefully keep things positive. And honestly, we did a really good job of distracting her and just talking and having a good time and trying not to get super, caught up in what was happening around us. At some point, one of the other bridesmaids though spanked me on my butt, and I was like, yeah, this is getting out of hand. This is getting kind of crazy. And I decided that I was going to tell my boyfriend to go ahead and get ready to pick me up, because as soon as I was done, I was getting out of there. And I tried to be as helpful towards the bride as possible. I could tell that, like I said, she was getting really anxious and getting kind of emotional, but it's a big day. I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy that you have people around you that aren't being super respectful of your day and what's going on and why we're actually all here, rather than, I don't know, getting a little tipsy before it's time to walk down the aisle. I don't know. I kind of want to know what you guys think about the whole situation. There were inappropriate comments about me and my body and I don't know, just things that I typically would, I don't know. It was a very uncomfortable situation because I'm there to do a job, and I want to put my foot down and be you cannot talk about me like this. I'm literally a professional. I'm doing my job. I'm not your friend. I don't know you guys. But I also, I don't know, I have a really hard time with maintaining those boundaries and really sticking to it whenever things like that happen. I kind of laugh it off and I'm it's okay. But what do you do? What do you say? I can only imagine too that the girls that acted this way towards me probably feel super embarrassed about their behavior now. So I also feel I don't know, empathetic towards that. I don't know. You're an adult. You have full control over yourself, but at the same time, you've been drinking and you do things that you wouldn't normally do, and you might make people uncomfortable. So I don't know. What do you think? Eventually I finished up and I got the heck out of there. I was starving because I hadn't had anything to eat, and we had added an extra person on, so I didn't bring a snack with me. So I wasn't really prepared to be there for an extra hour, but I left immediately and went and got some lunch, and then Jarrett and I went shopping to make me feel better afterwards, but still, it was a crazy experience. These lashes that I'm using, by the way, are called A New Leaf. They're from Velour. They're like the plant fiber collection. You guys are always asking me about them. They're so pretty, and I love them so much, so I just wanted to let you guys know what style I was using. So I tell you guys all of this and tell you this story today to ask what you would do in this situation. Like, what do you have something in your contract to like protect you when things are going crazy? Like, what if somebody doesn't pay you? I got paid, thankfully, but also got slapped on the butt, which was really uncomfortable for me. Like, I didn't even know how to react to that. But normally it's like men that are harassing me whenever I go do weddings. It's not really ever women or like the actual bridesmaids. That was so weird. So anyway, from now on, I am very like particular about whether or not I'm around people who have been drinking a lot at weddings and when I'm working. But I really haven't encountered a wedding where that was a problem since then. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen again. Also, let me say the bride did absolutely nothing wrong. She was so sweet and she was so beautiful and everything was totally fine on her end. I just felt so uncomfortable for her. Got a little mascara right here. And, you know, uncomfortable for me, obviously, because I was like, it was a little weird. Things were getting a little strange. But I know these girls were just probably trying to have a good time and trying to take the edge off. Like, I totally get it. So, not trying to bash them in any way, shape, or form, but just trying to learn from this situation and figure out how I can handle myself differently in the future. So that's it. When you're doing 40 to 50 weddings a year, there's bound to be something crazy that happens at some point. But I promise I'm almost out of stories. I don't really have anything else to tell you guys because honestly, the good outweighs the bad, and I have some of the best brides in the entire world, and I have the best time, and I love what I do so much that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal, and these things like this happen very few and far in between. I truly do have the best job in the world, even on crazy days when weird things happen. I'm still so grateful that I get to do what I do because I love it so much. But anyway, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I am interested to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I love you. I'm so appreciative for you being here and listening to me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you again soon. Bye!